Happy Friday! Yeah, there's a bright golden haze on the meadow. The corn is as high as an elephant's eye. And if I go any further, we have to pay the estate of Rogers and Hammerstein. Great people, but going to stop there. It's not in my budget. Happy Friday. It is the 28th day of May, 2021. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the cusp of a 3-day weekend. Mother Nature is going to cooperate from Memorial Day weekend. We're going to have gorgeous weather. We're still not out of the wind situation yet. Still going to be a little breezy at times today, especially in the upper valley. You're going to find some channeled winds working their way through the Peshastin, Dryden, Cashmere area and spilling a little bit into the Wenatchee Valley. Not quite done with the wind. We had some significant wind late yesterday afternoon and into the early evening hours. Right around 6 o'clock, they had a gust of 40 miles an hour out of Pangbourne, and we had sustained winds at 30 miles an hour for about 45 minutes right around sunset last night. So the breezes that were predicted, they came just a little late, but we're in for some beautiful weather. Still a little chilly today, and then the warm-up begins with high pressure coming up. Forecast details are coming up. A lot of news to get to, a lot of crime news out in the Columbia Basin. In Moses Lake and Ephrata, we'll have those stories as well. Plus, we'll preview some of the Memorial Day festivities and commencements and things like that on Monday. We'll let you know what's happening and when we get to news. Mariners won. Again, we like that. Mr. Flexen had his best outing. We'll have highlights of a Mariner victory, lots of high school results, and lots of previews of high school sports coming up in the weekend. We have a broadcast tonight. We'll be at Eastmont High School as the Wenatchee Panthers and the Eastmont Wildcats play boys basketball tonight. We'll have that game for you here live on the NCW Live channel. And also we'll talk about AppleSox baseball. Opening day, first time in over 600 days. There'll be an AppleSox game at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium on Tuesday, June 1st. That's why I got my bobbleheads out. And I had a chance to visit with Jose Oglesby, the owner of the AppleSox, and Allie Schank, the general manager. And we'll have that interview for you in the back half of the hour. Little cool, 48 degrees. Yesterday, this time it was 55, but we have more clouds, so it's a little chilly. But a beautiful morning, and we're in for a great stretch of weather. I can't wait to show you that forecast. Let's take our tour. Good morning, Wenatchee Valley, from our cross camera. That is a 4K camera. A couple of the cameras that we have scattered about North Central Washington are 4K cameras. They have 4 times the resolution as a regular high-definition camera. It is pretty spectacular. It is a handy tool to have, too, to follow some of the news events around North Central Washington. Good morning to the valley. We're looking good. Sunrise this morning, 5:11. Sunset tonight, 8:46. 15 hours and 35 minutes of daylight. Got to 71 was our high yesterday. Normal 74. We'll be perhaps right around 71 again today. And then we're going to get warm. And then who's kidding who? By Sunday, we're going to be hot, especially for early June and late May. Camera number 2, Megan's Choice. Here we go. It is a slow dissolve to beautiful Lake Chelan, who's gearing up for the tourists. Here they come. The lake is full. The restaurants are open. The Lady of the Lake. Let's go do it. Let's go visit Lake Chelan. Is that the Bear Mountain camera, Megan? It is the Bear Mountain camera. Manson, a slice of Manson is to your right as we look up Stehekin. The Stehekin River, by the way, is really cooking because it's still melting snow way up at 8, 9, 10,000 feet in elevation. Camera number 3. Hello to, wow, I don't know what it is, but it's cool. That's Stein's? Oh, she has it pointed to the, let's see, let me think here. If that's Stein, she has it pointed to the southwest, I think. But that's pretty cool. I like that. Hello, Steins. If she whips that baby around, we'd be looking at Cashmere, but we've seen enough of Cashmere for a while. Camera number 4. We love you, Cashmere. Hey, Billy Goat. How are things up in the Okanagan area? Gorgeous view. That's my favorite camera. It's hard to pick a favorite. Obviously, the cross camera is really cool because you can see almost the entire Wenatchee Valley, but who's kidding who? That's gorgeous. That's beautiful. High atop the Alta Lake area on Billy Goat Mountain is that camera. How they physically get to that location to do maintenance on the Sky-Fi Tower is beyond me, but that's the payoff that the Sky-Fi Tower climbers get. They get that view of Pateros, Brewster, Bridgeport, and on to the north. Gorgeous view there. Nice work this morning, Megan. And speaking of nice, we have a nice weekend coming your way. Your Memorial forecast, we got a slide to you from the National Weather Service. Looks something like this. There it is, warm and sunny. Yeah, it's going to be beautiful. Again, still a little cooler than normal today, but each and every day. We're going to warm up. Still a little breezy today. As I mentioned, we still have that cold advection on the backside of that trough that came through. So we still have some cold air trapped in some valleys. So still a little breezy today. The Waterville Plateau, you're going to have a little bit of rain, and a little bit of wind and some wind gusts still going to be dealing with today. Then they will be dispatching with the cooler temperatures and the wind starting tomorrow, and we have a warming trend coming our way. We're going to start climbing that ladder. A ridge of high pressure is going to move in. Wenatchee is in the upper right-hand corner of your screen, and we're looking at close to record high temperature on Tuesday, and we could very well break the high temperature on Wednesday. Moses Lake, you're not shown there. You're going to be near 100 on Tuesday and Wednesday as the ridge moves in. It's going to be centered over north central Washington. It'll be at its apex on Tuesday and Wednesday before it begins to slide off to the east to Idaho and Montana. That's what will cool down just a little bit on Thursday. But you can see that's the trend. Going to get warm for the Wenatchee Valley. Who's kidding who? It's not going to be warm. It's going to be hot, which I have no problem with. I have no issues with the heat. From the National Weather Service, because they know what they're talking about. Sunshine, we're going to top off just about what we did yesterday. 71 degrees. Again, still a little breezy at times, especially through the Wenatchee River Valley. The occasional gust. We're not done with that yet. It should be petering out by late this afternoon as far as the wind is concerned. Still have that cold air trapped. As you can see, 45 for the overnight low for the Wenatchee Valley. That's cool for this time of year. Our normal overnight low is in the 50s. So it's going to be kind of cool today. And then here we go. Here comes that strong upper level ridge. It's flat. It's going to be parked over the Pacific Northwest. We go to 80 on Saturday, 88 on Sunday, Memorial Day proper. Gobs of sunshine, 91 degrees, and then hot on Tuesday. Again, we have a chance to get close to the record high on Tuesday, and on Wednesday, June 3rd, or June 2nd, I should say, Wednesday, June 2nd, we can very well set a new record high temperature for that date. No precipitation in the forecast, and outside of a little wind today, that's really about it. We're in for a beautiful stretch of weather. I like bringing good news. 7 minutes after the hour, going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have your news, and there's a lot of it on this Friday. You're watching Wake Up in Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Live channel.
Kids are resilient. I just love their energy. They bounce back so quickly. I love the stories they tell. I love just their charisma, their character. I love to see that subtle smile that you pull out of a kid, when you start talking with them about something they really like. I just love what I do, and I can't imagine I would be as happy doing anything else.
Bring the whole family up to Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house in historic downtown Chelan. Applewood smoked brisket, street-style tacos, and our award-winning barbecue rubs and sauces. Our meals pair perfectly with our exciting lineup of craft ales, made right here in Chelan. We've got room for big groups, or give us a call for catering. So grab the kids and check out the fun at Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house located in the heart of Chelan.
It's 9 minutes after the hour on this Friday, 48 degrees, clear skies. We'll be up to about 71 degrees, just a little cooler than normal today, and still a little bit of wind on the backside of that front that came in yesterday afternoon and last night. And then we start climbing that temperature ladder to record high temperatures by the middle of next week. And here are your headlines. The Grand County coroner has identified the man found dead early Wednesday morning outside of Moses Lake. He is 24-year-old Christopher Vincent of Moses Lake, and they are investigating his death as a homicide. Vincent died of a shotgun wound to the torso and extremities. His body was discovered along Airway Drive at Cochrane Road Northeast. Authorities are also trying to determine if there is a link between that death and a drive-by shooting about an hour earlier in the Larson community of Moses Lake. A home and vehicle were damaged in the drive-by shooting, but there were no injuries. A suspect in the shooting death of a 16-year-old boy in Moses Lake on Monday afternoon is now in custody. Daniel Serrano Sosa, 24, was arrested yesterday afternoon after a brief standoff at a home in the 1200 block of Patton Boulevard. Sosa is suspected of killing the unidentified 16-year-old and wounding an unidentified 18-year-old at the intersection of Gibby Street and Lee Street on Monday afternoon. Moses Lake police say the shooting appears to have been gang-related. Also in the basin, a 49-year-old Ephrata area man arrested Tuesday at his home. His home was raided by the Grant County Narcotics Task Force, and apparently they found a lot. The Grant County Sheriff's Office said the task force seized heroin, methamphetamine, firearms while serving a warrant at the home of Eric Carlin Craig in the 16,000 block of Fry Road Northwest. The Grant County Interagency Narcotics Enforcement Team and Ephrata Police say the raid was part of a drug distribution investigation that's been ongoing since March. They expect more arrests to follow. Agents reported seizing 51 grams of heroin, 40 grams of methamphetamine, almost 7 grams of cocaine, 2.5 pounds of marijuana, in addition to 2 firearms and ammunition. Craig faces drug possession and delivery charges, as well as 2 counts of unlawful possession of a firearm. He is currently lodged in the Grant County Jail. An East Wenatchee man who was saved by police and EMTs after accidentally shooting himself in the leg is now charged with unlawful firearm possession. 26-year-old Juan Antonio Cerda Martinez was treated for a gunshot wound after injuring himself back on May 14th at 9th Street near Valley Mall Parkway. Police said they found a .22 caliber handgun in a nearby garbage can and a blood trail leading to the area where Cerda collapsed. Cerda has a prior criminal conviction, and police say he denied possessing the gun. He faces his first appearance in Douglas County Court on June 7th. The former director of Tall Timber Ranch received a suspended sentence on Wednesday after pleading guilty to voyeurism and domestic violence. 45-year-old David Saugin already spent more than 90 days in jail after his arrest back in September. So if he violates probationary conditions in the next year, he could be jailed for another 9 months. Saugin admitted making recorded images of a teenager who was showering in his home and assaulting a family member who caught him in the act. He was the director of the Tall Timber Christian Youth Camp for 5 years before being fired for his crime. Chelan County Superior Court Judge Travis Brandt ordered Saugin not to have any contact with his victims until the year 2026. The Wenatchee cancer specialist, accused of abusing his spouse and illegally accessing her medical records, has pled not guilty. Dr. Tyler Buckley was an oncologist with Confluence Health until his resignation in April. The health service says Buckley used his credentials at Confluence to access his wife's medical files without her permission while he was already facing allegations of domestic violence against her. Buckley pled not guilty in Chelan County Superior Court to a felony count of first-degree computer trespass. He's also charged with fourth-degree domestic assault, witness tampering, intimidation, and violating no-contact orders put in place to protect his wife. Buckley faces trial come August. More than half of Chelan County residents have now received at least 1 dose of a COVID-19 vaccine. In its weekly vaccination progress report, the Chelan Douglas Health District reported on Thursday that 50.1% of Chelan County residents have been vaccinated. 43.1% of Douglas County residents have been vaccinated. In addition, the steady decline of new COVID-19 cases in Chelan and Douglas counties continued this week. The health district reporting that new cases in the 2 counties were down to 82.7 per 100,000 residents over the past 2 weeks. That's down from 94 new cases per 100,000 residents reported last week. There are currently 3 people in the 2 counties hospitalized with the virus, 2 from Chelan County, 1 from Douglas County. A week ago, 5 people from Chelan County and 2 from Douglas County were hospitalized with COVID-19. There will be a series of gatherings in Wenatchee and East Wenatchee to remember fallen veterans on Memorial Day Monday. The Memorial Day remembrances began at the Wenatchee City Cemetery at 9 a.m. with speakers and an honor guard and firing team. The activities will then shift to the Columbia River Pedestrian Bridge, where at 10 a.m. a wreath will be released into the river in memory of those lost at sea. At 11 a.m. on Monday, there will be a memorial event at the Evergreen Memorial Cemetery in East Wenatchee with speeches, an invocation, a firing team salute, and the retiring of the colors. And then at noon, the activities will shift to the Pybus Public Market, where there will be a flag ceremony that will include a convocation and a short history of Memorial Day. The activities will wrap up with a firing team salute and the traditional playing of taps. And that is what's making headlines at 15 minutes after the hour. It's already been a busy news day, and we've barely gotten going. We'll have a newscast for you tonight at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock. A reminder, however, we will not be here on Monday. We will not be here on Monday. We're taking Memorial Day off. Do we have a promo from Grant, Megan? We do not have a promo from Grant, so let me just tell you, the handsome and debonair Grant Olson will handle the news tonight, and the even more handsome and more debonair Eric Grantstrom will handle sports. And at the bottom of your screen is all the ways you can get a hold of us via our Facebook page, our email address, our website, and our telephone number. We'd love to hear from you, our viewers. It is 15 minutes after the hour. Going to take a break. When we come back, nice victory for the Mariners. We'll talk opening night with the Wenatchee AppleSox, with the owner and the general manager, high school results, high school preview. We'll also have the obscure holiday. Today in history, some celebrity birthdays and opinion from Mike McNaughty, and my conversation with my good friends at the Wenatchee AppleSox. It's a busy Friday. Sports is next. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Live channel. Crystal's Restaurant and Lounge in Leavenworth has a warm environment to enhance your dining experience. Serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Crystal's Intimate Lounge is a wonderful place to relax and dine with beautiful views of the mountains. Do you have a special occasion coming up? Call Crystal's to reserve their event space. Whether your event is grand, intimate, or casual, Crystal's provides unforgettable food and superb service. Crystal's Restaurant and Lounge, proud to be serving fabulous food and drinks.
Highlander Grill and Golf Course is known as one of the finest wedding venues in the Wenatchee area. You do not have to be a member to come to Highlander. Highlander Golf Course offers a first-class backdrop for your wedding day. Our friendly professional staff will ensure your wedding and reception is picture perfect, from every moment leading up to the I do's to when the lights go down at the end of your reception. Hi, I'm Shalane, site coordinator for Highlander Grill. Give me a call to schedule your event today.
We are back at 17 minutes after the hour. Sports. Chris Flexen bounced back from his worst start as a professional and had his best start as a pro last night. 7 innings he pitched, and the Mariners shut out Texas. Shutouts are fun. The final was 5-0. Flexen allowed just 4 of the 24 hitters he faced to reach base in his 7 innings. He struck out 6, didn't walk anybody. No, he walked 1. He did walk 1. Offensively, the Mariners got things going in the third with back-to-back home runs.
And to kind of dampen your emotions some, as this one will not be robbed. It's gone. Crushed. Tom Murphy not taking this one back. It's 1-0 Mariners. Get out of the way of that one.
Now a little better launch angle for Murphy. He's having some serious sinus issues.
Nottingham. High fly ball into the corner, and it clanks a mile high and goes beneath the scoreboard. Back-to-back jacks, and it's 2-0 Mariners.
It's all the offense Flexen would need, but what the heck? Seattle added to the lead. 3 more runs in the 7th.
Mayfield, a high lift out towards left center field, and short hops off the wall. France is in. Murphy is chugging home. He blazes on top of home plate, scores standing. And Jack Mayfield puts 2 more across for the Mariners. They lead it 4-0 in the bottom of the 7th.
Only felt like it's just a matter of time before the Mariners would get a base hit with runners in scoring position. They had been 0 for 3, all scoring on a couple of solo home runs, and nice to add some insurance. Gets a fastball in the middle of the plate, drives it out into the gap.
Swinging away, and it's into the outfield for a base hit. Nottingham scores. Mayfield is on his heels, play at the plate, and he is out.
Manager Scott Service said he was really happy for Flexen to see him bouncing back because, well, after what happened last week down in San Diego.
Pitching was outstanding tonight. I thought probably the best game of the year that Chris Flexen has had. I just thought that was the best cutter he's had. He located the fastball at the top of the zone. The changeup was really a big pitch for him tonight, and very efficient. Give us 7 shutout innings tonight, and completely in control of that game. So awesome outing by him. And it's one of those nights we've talked there first 6-7 weeks of the season of having, the bottom of the lineup. Those guys got to, create traffic, create some opportunities for us. And those guys carried us tonight. I thought Murph had a really nice game. Mayfield got a big knock. Nottingham a home run. Ty France gets a couple knocks as well. So nice ball game. Nice way to start the homestand.
Mariners and Rangers do battle again tonight. Game 2 of a 4-game series. Justice Sheffield and Jordan Lyles will toe the rubber. Hey, we got some good news on pitcher Marco Gonzalez, the former AppleSox. According to manager Scott Service, Marco is doing better, may be able to return to the lineup soon. Gonzalez has been out for nearly a month. He has a strained forearm on his pitching arm. The timing nearly perfect because Seattle is giving away Marco Gonzalez bobblehead dolls at T-Mobile Park tonight. Against the Rangers, Marco is expected to make his first start back from the injury Tuesday when the Mariners take on Oakland. In the American League West last night, the only other game, saw Oakland score 5 runs in the 6th inning to beat Los Angeles 5-0. The local baseball team will start its season Tuesday, June 1st at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Of course, we're talking about the Wenatchee AppleSox for the first time since August of 2019. The local 9 will take to the field. They'll take on the Northwest Star Academy. AppleSox owner Jose Oglesby and general manager Allie Schank will be my guest just a little bit later on this morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Yeah, since August of 2019, that's the last time the AppleSox played baseball. COVID-19, of course, wiped out all of last season, and COVID-19 still has an impact for people going to the ballpark this summer.
We have to have some seats, socially distant, and sections where we can only operate at 25% of all the available seats with enforced distance between parties that are seated. And then we also have, we do have vaccinated sections. So that may be a change. I think we did expand to have 2 vaccinated sections in Section A and Section B in the premium seating. And those do not have social distance. We still have a little bit of spacing. We have like 1 seat of separation between groups.
But this is a way for us to get even more people into the park, and so it allows us to be almost up to 50% capacity while we still have to tough it out through the last bit of restriction.
Now, the roster has been expanded to 40 players this year. That means they need billet families. They need host families. They still have 16 players who don't have a place to stay this summer in the Wenatchee Valley. So if you want to help out, call the AppleSox office at 665-6900. All right, scoreboard time. We'll start out with prep basketball from last night. This is boys finals. Cascade beat Omak in Caribou Trail League play 63-53. Pateras edged Bridgeport 62-60 despite 21 points from Jesus Torres. Elmira Cooley Heartline, Simon and Garfunkel, no trouble with Liberty Bell 61-32. It was Okanagan over Warden 72-38. Tenasca topped Waterville Mansfield 64-29. Cascade Christian edged Antioch 42-31, and Moses Lake Christian stopped Soap Lake 55-50. Coming up tonight, we got high school sports. We have high school boys basketball. East Montana Wenatchee from East Montana High School. The handsome and debonair Grant Olson will have your play-by-play pregame at 7, tip-off at 7:30, right here live on the NCW Live channel. And here's the rest of the schedule for tonight. Orville will host Antioch at 7. The 7:30 games have Chelan at Ephrata, Cashmere hosting Quincy, Lake Roosevelt travels to Wahluke, Manson entertains Royal, Tenasket is at Brewster, and Pateras will take on Soap Lake. The boys' schedule on Saturday has Wenatchee hosting Sunnyside at 3:45. Number of 5:30 games have Ephrata at Okanagan. Quincy will host Cascade. Cashmere is at Omak. Chelan will host Warden. Manson travels to Elmira Cooley Heartline, England Dan and John Ford Coley, and Soap Lake will entertain Orville. Eastmont's game at West Valley will tip off at 6:30. Now, girls basketball finals from last night looks something like this. Omak handed Cascade a 65-18 defeat. Pateras beat Bridgeport 61-50. Liberty Bell over ACH 61-45. Warden walloped Okanagan 68-32. Tenasket topped Waterville Mansfield 40-15, and Antioch defeated Cascade Christian Academy 41-22. Coming up tonight, Antioch's on the road at Orville at 5:30. At 6, you got Chelan at Ephrata. Wahluke will host Lake Roosevelt. Royal is at Manson. The Lady Brewster Bears will welcome Tenasket, and Soap Lake travels to Pateras. The East Montana Wenatchee girls will tip off at Wenatchee High School at 7:30. And then Saturday, the 4 o'clock games tomorrow have Ephrata at Okanagan. Cascade visits Quincy. Cashmere's at Omak. Chelan will host Warden. Brewster is in Wahluke. Soap Lake takes on Orville. Eastmont will host West Valley in girls basketball tomorrow afternoon at 4:45. Wenatchee travels to Sunnyside. They'll tip it off at 6:30. Wrestling. Can't forget about the grapplers now. Moses Lake will wrestle at West Valley at 10 a.m. on Saturday, and then Cashmere hosts everybody. Elmira Cooley Heartline, Cascade, Lake Roosevelt, Orville, Quincy, Tenasket, Wahluke, and Warden. They'll get going at 10:50. And finally, the Wenatchee Valley Lady Knights swept a doubleheader from Treasure Valley yesterday at Rotary Field in the opener. Colby Vauchal was 2 for 3 with a 2-run home run to lead Wenatchee Valley College to a 9-6 victory. In the nightcap, Olivia Whitney's RBI double allowed Wenatchee Valley to walk off with a 6-5 win. The Knights baseball team split a twin bill with Walla Walla. The visitors scored 2 runs in the 8th to break an 8-all tie for the 10-8 win. Drew Richardson was the hitting star. He went 3 for 4 with a home run. Wenatchee Valley College won the nightcap, though, 8-5 behind home runs from Zach Lofgren, Aaron Lampinen, and Jacob Stiball. The Walla Walla basketball teams in town tonight at the W.B. Smith Gymnasium. The women tip off at 5:30, the men to follow at 7:30. Whew, and those are just some of the games that people are playing. At 26 minutes after the hour, just in time for the Memorial Day holiday weekend, when people break out the barbecues if they haven't already, and enjoying the great outdoors and the beautiful weather we have in store. The obscure holiday today is that. It's National Hamburger Day. Everybody loves a hamburger. I have no idea who created the hamburger. I have no idea who created the Hamburger Day. I don't care. I love hamburgers. We debate occasionally around the bullpen. We have a little debate about who makes the best hamburgers here in town. And there are some really good burger joints in Wenatchee. Who's kidding who in the valley? But that being said, I still think that the best hamburger is the one that you make yourself. You can decide the kind of beef you want, how lean you want it. You can put whatever you want on it. Whatever hamburger that you make yourself is usually the best. Hot and juicy facts about hamburgers. You know I have this. Hamburgers are technically sandwiches. They're technically sandwiches. And hamburgers account for half of all sandwiches sold. Americans consume about 50 billion burgers a year. And by the way, that number went up quite a bit last year during COVID because a lot of people were isolated and shut in and they were just, bring me a burger. McDonald's sells 75 hamburgers every second. Every second. That comes out to 270,000 burgers an hour. That's a lot of hamburgers. The oldest burger chain in the United States, we don't have one here. You want to guess? The burgers are square. White Castle is the oldest burger chain in the United States. Cheese became a popular addition to the hamburger in the 1920s when cheese began to be packaged in pre-sliced condiments, so there you go. And back in World War II, American GIs tried to, without success, renaming hamburgers Liberty sandwiches because the term hamburger is German in origin. They tried to change them to Liberty sandwiches, didn't quite catch on. I like mine with lettuce and tomato, Heinz 57 and French fried potatoes. I'm singing Jimmy Buffett. Now I'm going to have to pay more royalties. Happy National Hamburger Day today. Today in history, the saga of the Dion Quintuplets began on this date. There they are on May 28th, 1934, 87 years ago today, on a small town in a small farm in Ontario, Canada. The Dion Quintuplets were born to Olivia and Elzer Dion. They were the first quintuplets ever to survive infancy. And there they are, Yvonne, Annette, Cecily, Emily, and Marie. 4 months after they were born, the Ontario government intervened, and they said the parents are unfit to care for the quintuplets. Keep in mind, Olivia and Elzer Dion had already had 5 older children, and the Ontario government didn't take them away. We all know what they wanted to do. They wanted to make money. So they made the Dion Quintuplets wards of the state. They built a big amusement park, and they basically made a bunch of money by turning the Dion Quintuplets into a tourist attraction. The sisters finally, after decades of litigation, reached a $2.8 million settlement with the Ontario government as compensation. They were simply plain exploited. They had no chance at a normal life. Yvonne, Emily, and Marie have since passed away. Annette and Cecily are still alive. There's a fascinating book about the Dion Quintuplets, came out about 5 years ago. It's a pretty hard read, but it's fascinating. I highly recommend it. Happy birthday to Volkswagen. The German automobile manufacturer was founded on this date back in 1937, 84 years ago today. The last 5 years, Volkswagen has been the world's largest automaker by sales volumes. So more Volkswagens have been sold over the last 5 years than any other automobile. 84 years ago today. The Beverly Hills Supper Club fire. What a tragedy this was. This was Memorial Day weekend back in 1977 in Southgate, Kentucky, across the river from Cincinnati. It was overcrowded. The entertainment that night was John Davidson. There were parties. There were 5 wedding receptions at the Beverly Hills Supper Club. There were not enough fire exits. The wiring was faulty. There was no sprinkler system. There was no fire alarms. And 165 people died in the Beverly Hills Supper Club fire. Remarkable that that could still happen in these recent times. It happened on this date 44 years ago today. And on an entirely different note, this is the 34th anniversary of one of the gutsiest, most chutzpah-filled stunts ever. Matthias Rust, German by nationality. He was a West German pilot, 18 years old, took off from Helsinki, Finland, avoided Soviet Union air defenses, and landed his Cessna in Red Square in Moscow. Wow, he had nothing but just a map. That's all he had. He was immediately detained by authorities, of course, but the people around him thought, hey, this is pretty cool. You don't see a plane land. He evaded Soviet airspace. As you might imagine, the people who run the Soviet airspace fell into bad disfavor with Mikhail Gorbachev. By the way, he was released after he served 14 months in jail. They originally sentenced him to hard labor, but diplomacy came in and they said, go home, Matthias Rust. Everything's all over. In the meantime, Mikhail Gorbachev gathered his air defense team and fired them all. 34 years ago today. That's pretty cool. 32 minutes after the hour, birthdays, voted by the Associated Press as the greatest male athlete in the first half of the 20th century. Jim Thorpe was born in the state in 1888, died in 1953 at the age of 65. Gold medalist in the pentathlon and the decathlon at the 1912 Olympics. Nobody has ever done this before. He played college football. He played professional football. He played professional baseball. He played professional basketball. His gold medals from the 1912 Olympics were taken away from him by the International Olympic Committee because he participated in professional sports, and then long after he died, he got his medals back, or his family did anyway. Jim Thorpe, born in the state in 1888. He is known as the Logo because it's his silhouette that is the logo of the National Basketball Association. When I was growing up as a kid, Jerry West was one of my favorite players. Then, of course, he went into upper management in professional basketball and became well known for winning championships with the Lakers. Mr. Clutch, Jerry West, Basketball Hall of Famer, is 83 years old today. And John Fogerty, he ain't running through the jungle. No, not at all. Have you ever seen The Rain, Proud Mary, Fortunate Son, one of the greatest rock and roll songs ever? John Fogerty, the leader of CCR, 76 years old today. Rock on, John. We love you. 33 minutes after the hour, going to take a break. Mike McNaughty has got an opinion. Mike just texted me, by the way. I wonder what he had to say. And then my conversation with Jose Oglesby, the owner of the Wenatchee AppleSox, and Allie Schank, the general manager. Let's play baseball. They're going to do it on Tuesday. It's coming up. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Hi, I'm Shauna Larson. I'm the designated broker here at Laura Mounter Real Estate. We are a locally owned firm, and we've worked hard to earn our reputation of always doing business the right way. Laura Mounter Real Estate is continually investing in the best technologies and highest quality marketing. For these reasons, our community has voted us the world's best real estate office for the past 5 years. If you have real estate needs, let a Laura Mounter real estate agent show you the difference.
Contractors, furniture makers, and weekend do-it-yourselfers around north central Washington will tell you that Lombard's Hardwood Supply is the place to get what you need. Lombard's full millwork shop can handle jobs large or small. Lombard's has a full line of interior and exterior doors available, as well as custom barn doors. From alderwood to zebrawood and everything in between, it's Lombard's Hardwood Supply on School Street in Sunny Slope. Like us on Facebook and check out our monthly special.
Mary Maids of Wenatchee has been professionally cleaning and sanitizing homes and businesses in North Central Washington since 1998. Mary Maids uses commercial-grade cleaners and viricides. Mary Maids has implemented additional safety and sanitation protocols. They are strictly following CDC guidelines for the safety of their clients and employees. For expert help with cleaning and sanitizing your home or business, call or look up Mary Maids of Wenatchee to schedule your free estimate today.
These days, it can be hard to trust the media. What's true, what's fake, and who is behind the message? I'm a freelance journalist and videographer who has spent years studying the media, interviewing people, writing stories, and producing documentary videos. But I was born and raised in Eastern Washington and grew up working on farms and in the fields. Now I'm taking a look at what local, regional, and national news stories mean to us here in North Central Washington. Join me, Dominic Bonney, for Common Sense on NCW Life TV.
Join us for the NCW Library Show. We've got something for everyone. Our show is full of inspiration, learning, and fun. Check out our do-it-yourself STEM activities. Enjoy story time with Miss Claire. Get moving with an easy yoga flow with Miss Melissa. Get book recommendations from our NCW librarians, and much more. Tune in each week for a new episode. Also, find us online at ncwlibraries.org and follow us on Facebook for the latest library news and programs. Be kind and read on.
Building. It's in our blood. Building something out of nothing. It takes heart, grit, and hard work. At One Way Construction, our crew is our family. With decades of contracting experience and our in-house design team, we bring a unique perspective to building. We know that if we work together, we are capable of reaching heights that are impossible to reach alone. The possibilities are endless.
Make being home fun again. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa has just what you need to bring fun back into your backyard. We have a wide selection of artesian spas and swim spas, new and used, to choose from. We are happy to announce we are now selling Rainbow Kids play structures with 50 models to choose from. To help finish off your entertainment area, we have patio furniture and Komodo Joe grills. At Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, we have just what you need to bring family fun and entertainment to your backyard. Stop by today.
Tipsy Canyon Winery has become the place to go for fine wine and unbelievable views of the Chelan Valley. And now there's even more to enjoy. A new bandstand hosts live music every Thursday night during the spring and summer. The oversized fire pit's a favorite gathering place in the fall and winter. Tipsy Canyon has become a year-round destination for wine lovers. And while things have changed, what remains the same is that at-home feel provided by Mark, Tammy, and Lexi Garland. Stay for the moment that becomes the memory at Tipsy Canyon.
Hey, this is Mike Mad Dog Magnati, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. So, when I go into a retail store, I choose my items that I want to purchase. I bring them to the checkout stand, prepared to pay. And lo and behold, there at the cash register is a tip jar. A tip jar? What am I tipping this employee for? For taking my money and accurately reading what the cash register says my change is? Now, tipping is getting way out of hands, folks. I can and do understand tipping food service folks, and I regularly tip 20% or more. I really do. And I tip cab and Uber drivers and folks who deliver food to my house. I also tip baristas because, honestly, my daughter used to be one. But a tip jar at a retail establishment? I can just imagine the next time I go into my local hardware store, pick up my light bulbs and a screwdriver that I need, and when I go to pay, there's gonna be a tip jar on the counter. Sorry, ain't gonna have none of my money in it. This is Mike Mad Dog Magnati, and that's my opinion.
With TV advertising, what we want to do is more deeply connect with the community.
People spot me in different parts around North Central, Costco and Wenatchee, say, hey, you're the pizza guy. And so they wouldn't know that if it weren't for the TV commercials we've done.
We've been here so long that people already know who we are and what we do, but to have that image flash on their television screen as opposed to just hearing it in the radio or seeing it in the newspaper, I just love the fact that we can actually put our finger on when a customer comes in and says, I saw your ad.
It's becoming increasingly difficult in this digital age to know where are your customers listening or watching, because I watch all the different channels that they watch too, like Cooking Channel, History Channel, and so it was wonderful to be able to be on there.
I would say that if you want to do business in Wenatchee, then you should connect with the people of Wenatchee, and there's no better way to do that than with NCW Life.
Green Motion e-bikes have rolled into Wenatchee. We've got fun, affordable e-bikes for the whole family. Portable e-bikes that fit right in the trunk of your car. Fat tire mountain bikes plus unique vintage style bikes you won't find anywhere else. Get some exercise with pedal assist or just cruise up to 20 miles per hour with the throttle. Starting under $1,000, Green Motion e-bikes are affordable fun for the whole family.
Nice fish. Yeah, that's a beauty. We'll take that one. Whew. Oh boy, that hillside is steep.
Worksharp presents the Northwest Outdoorsman.
Watch for new episodes of the Northwest Outdoorsman on the NCW Life channel, your local TV station.
JDSA Law is a proud sponsor of these local sports broadcasts. They've been serving North Central and Eastern Washington since 1946. For over 70 years, their team of dedicated professionals has delivered quality, innovative legal services. JDSA Law partners with you to provide the finest legal advice and support as you navigate your personal and business challenges, risks, and accomplishments. At JDSA Law, they salute our local athletes and wish them well on another excellent season of competition.
At Washington Trust Bank, can't is a four-letter word.
I think I'll sell my veggies at the market.
Do you even remember to water the house plants? I do this?
You can do this.
Hey, we need to build a home office. We're adding another bathroom.
I think I'll study programming.
Bro, you even connect your phone to Bluetooth.
We believe you can do whatever you set your mind to, and we'll help you get there. Washington Trust Bank, privately owned, locally invested.
Welcome back to Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. For a baseball fan, what's going on behind us is music to my ears, the sound of bats and balls making contact, the sounds of balls going into gloves, guys running, guys hustling. It feels good. We got baseball back at Paul Thomas Senior Field. Not just baseball, AppleSox baseball coming up on the very first day of June. These two people to my left need no introduction. I can introduce them anyway. The general manager of the AppleSox, Allie Schank, to my immediate left, the owner, Jose Oglesby, and we're here at Paul Thomas Senior Field. It's a beautiful day. Let's play two.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
We have a lot to talk about, but Jose mentioned this before we got rolling here. Billet families. You still need, I think Coach Sanderson's bringing in across maybe like 45, 50 players eventually.
We have a roster. We have a roster of 40 players then, and I think we're still short beds for about 16 of them.
So and that's with opening day coming up on Tuesday, June 1st. That's kind of under the gun. So how's Marcy handling all this?
We are trying to keep her sedated.
So for the uninitiated, billet families, it's a great deal. Talk. Either Allie or Jose talk about the billet family experience and how they go about doing it.
The host family experience that you have with the AppleSox is actually a really unique experience. We hear stories back from some of our host parents and actually some of our players that they stay connected to their host parents and the vice versa throughout the years. Some of them end up going to weddings, stuff like that, which is really cool. But you do get season tickets if you host an AppleSox player, which are a hot commodity right now since we've had unlimited capacity for the month of June. And so it's a neat thing. You don't really have to provide that much. They're there for about 3 days out of the 7-day week, and so it's really nice. But yeah.
Between road trips and practices, they're sleeping and doing a little bit of eating, but that's kind of about it. As you mentioned, they're really not hanging around playing Xbox all day, Jose.
No, they're not. They can be very useful, I'm sure. And the other thing is, you'll have a preferential treatment at our souvenir shop, and you get all sorts of little things and swags and stuff like that, and to get eternal gratitude.
And you get a really nice community to be a part of. I mean, we do little host dinners every other week, and so it'll be a nice community. So.
And a lot of these billet families have been doing this for years, and they just swear by it. They're the first ones in line. Send me any player you want. We got it done, and Marcy takes care of that. Kudos to Marcy, by the way. Wenatchee High School class of '83.
Hi, Marcy.
Greatest class ever. Greatest class ever. You mentioned souvenirs. I'm liking that hat, Jose. Where do I get me one of them?
Right over there behind Megan.
Us, yeah.
But otherwise, you can go online. We have an online store. You can go to our website, www.applesox.com.
Opening day is June 1st. The Northwest All-Star Academy, I believe, is the team that's going to be in town. Let's talk about tickets, because things have changed since the last time I had Joel in my program a couple of weeks ago. Who wants to handle how the tickets are going to be done as we move forward?
Well, I don't think we've changed that much in the last 2 weeks, have we, Allie? I think that we are still under the limited capacity restrictions, right?
Yes.
So we have to have some seats, socially distant, and sections where we can only operate at 25% of all the available seats with enforced distance between parties that are seated. And then we also have, we do have vaccinated sections. So that may be a change. I think we did expand to have 2 vaccinated sections in Section A and Section B in the premium seating. And those do not have social distance. We still have a little bit of spacing. We have like 1 seat of separation between groups.
But this is a way for us to get even more people into the park, and so it allows us to be almost up to 50% capacity, while we still have to tough it out through the last bit of restrictions. So.
And the vaccine, non-vaccine, it's the honor system, right? You're not going to be busting people's chops, show me a card. It's just if you say you were vaccinated, you're going to trust them, or do you want to?
No. For sitting in the vaccinated seats, you do have to show that you are vaccinated.
Okay.
Because that's the promise we're making, and that's what we're saying
that.
But I think what you're referring to, the honor system, is we are going to probably. I still need to get this approved by the college and by the health district, but we are sort of looking at what Starbucks and Walmart and Costco are doing, which is when people come in through the door, we encourage. In fact, please, people, really, if you are not vaccinated and you are going to be in a situation where you're exposed to a crowd of people around you, then do wear a mask, but we're not going to be checking for that.
It's common sense.
Right,
yeah. It's just common sense. The last thing you want to do is have a COVID outbreak among your fans or the members of the AppleSox. That would be not good.
The good news on that, on the members of the AppleSox, is that we have 100% vaccination rate. All our players who are coming will be either partially or fully vaccinated by the time they get here. And the one player that cannot get vaccinated can get vaccinated because he already had COVID. And he's not eligible to get vaccinated.
Well, that's all good news there, as far as I'm concerned. We've done a lot of spring sports on the NCAA Live channel, and every place that we've gone, there's been no concessions, again, because of the COVID thing. So how is Concessions going to be working as we roll into it? Is it going to be open? What can we do? What's that all about?
So Concessions is going to be fully open, and in fact, we've actually added some additional benefits to Concessions. And so we'll be offering an app called Fan Food, where you can go and place your order online, and you can go and pick it up from a little table over there. And so it'll be a really nice way to hopefully lessen some of the lines, because I know in years past, especially that 3rd of July game, we definitely get a little backed up at concession stand. And so it's going to be a nice way for people to order online, sit in their seats, and then finally go and pick up their food when it's ready. So we're excited.
The weather, by the way, on Tuesday is going to be gorgeous. It's going to be sunshine, about 90 degrees, perfect baseball weather, but there's lots of shade here at Paul Thomas Senior Field, and there's a brand new kick in the rear end video scoreboard. Jose, I want to see this thing in action. I saw it on your Facebook page. Kudos to you. That is phenomenal. I love it.
Oh, we love it too. It's going to be a great addition to the experience, and hopefully something that we can exploit and enjoy for years to come.
And it works. That's the thing.
I think so. Let me check.
It was a little nerve-wracking when you plugged it into the laptop. And here we go. Let's hope it works.
Well, one night we got a phone call saying, hey, your board is looking, there's a whole bunch of pink dots on it. What is that all about?
Northwest All-Star Academy is opening night here. And again, as Joel mentioned, not going to be making any trips up to our friends in Canada because of the border closure and those restrictions as well. Some teams are not going to be playing this year, but the league continues to grow. Commissioner Nyer is doing a great job. You're adding more and more teams. I love the Edmonton team. I love all that. The bottom line is, how long has it been since you've played baseball, and how excited are you two to see AppleSox baseball back? Is it 600 some odd days?
I haven't counted.
I don't think we counted. We didn't want to know the number.
But it was definitely August of 2019. We played here at Victoria. We won that game. That was great. Then we lost 2 in Victoria and were knocked out of the playoffs. But that was the last time, and it was great.
Coach Sanderson is here. The team is beginning to take shape. What's Ian's responsibilities between now and Tuesday? Build a roster, figure out where everybody belongs?
Oh, no, the roster has been filled out for months in particular. I mean, he's been talking to players since last fall. So we sort of been shaping that up. Basically, he just needs to get them ready to play.
And you're pretty much, when it comes to the game of baseball, you're a ginormous fan, Jose, but you give Ian all the leeway that he needs to put together a winning ball club.
Absolutely. We just want to put him in position to succeed. We are investing this year in doing a little bit more data analytics, which is the stuff that I kind of like to do. And hopefully we'll have that information available for him and his staff to do their best job they can with the players.
Billet families, season tickets, season ticket holders get priority. Is there going to be some issues? People just want to walk up and buy tickets? Is it all online? It's all online, right?
All our tickets are sold online. We're trying to go for contactless, cashless transactions, and so everything is available online. Season ticket holders get first crack. They have a certain amount of time where they can reserve the team. They just have exclusive access at that point. But then about 2 days before the season begins, we'll open it up to everybody.
So don't think you can just walk up to the gate on Tuesday the 1st and buy a ticket. That ain't going to happen. Got to go online, AppleSox.com. And I did that earlier today. It's super easy. You made it for an idiot like me. Even I can figure it out. So it's pretty easy to point and click and go.
Yeah, one thing that I might mention as a caveat on that is that we know that the app is not working on mobile phones. So
okay.
If you have a mobile phone, get a desktop app.
Yeah, it's simple enough. I have no idea what Ian has the team doing down there. Now I'm a little concerned. Now he's just the kids want to play. Boy, the boys want to play baseball too, don't they? They're enthused.
They are.
Mm-hmm.
They are. Is there anything else that we need to touch on while I have you here, Allie or Jose? I don't want to leave and say, oh, I should have asked him this. Do we cover all the bases? Pardon the pun.
No, I think we are going to have some special nights coming up, so just be on the lookout for them. We'll be announcing them on our website and on our social media.
And once the season gets underway, I've teamed up with Allie and Jose and Joel, and we're going to be doing This Week in AppleSox Baseball on this very television station. We'll be taping every Monday once the season gets underway right here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium and airing it the next day. So we'll be here for you for AppleSox all year long, and we're going to be televising a couple of games.
Exactly. We're going to have 5 games on NCW Live, and we're looking forward to that. That should be a lot of fun.
And, of course, all the games, home and away, can be heard on their flagship station, Sunny FM, with coverage all over eastern Washington with Joel and the new guy whose name I forgot already. I'm sorry.
Riley
Chestnut.
I can't wait to meet him.
Yep.
That'll be good. So you got, one more thing. How you doing for staffing for the games themselves? Because you've always brought in some top-flight young kids to help run stuff. Do you need help there?
I think we're actually all set. We have a pretty solid crew coming in, so we're excited. Cool. Yeah.
We're ready to get into work.
AppleSox Baseball, June 1st. We're looking forward to it. Jose and Allie, it's great to see you again. Everything we talked about, AppleSox.com. It's all there. AppleSox.com.
Get to see you then and play ball.
Play ball. Let's play 2. Well, they're only going to play 1 on Tuesday. You're watching Wake Up at Anchi Valley. We'll be right back.
At Earthwise Pet, we take an all-natural approach to wellness and nutrition. Our professional certified groomers were trained by the best in the Pacific Northwest. Our staff here at Earthwise Pet are all certified in pet nutrition. We are here to help you select the perfect food, supplement, and anything else you may need to make sure your pet is living its best and most healthy life. Earthwise Pet, Nutrition Center and Wellness Spa. Online or in the store, we are here for you.
I'm Jenny Rojanasatian, and this is Guada TV. Every week we will be bringing you a first look at North Central Washington business, tech, and education news. You'll hear from local influencers and innovators who live right here in the Valley. Together, we'll discuss hot topics, current events, and resources that can support your business, our schools, and this community. Join me every week, and let's get inspired.
It's estimated that 1/3 of Americans do not have a financial plan. At D.A. Davidson, their advisors are working to change that because they understand the importance of planning for the future. At D.A. Davidson, they believe in partnering together to build a strategy tailored to your needs. They spend the time and have the knowledge to help keep your financial future on track. Let D.A. Davidson Financial Advisors of Wenatchee put the strength of advice to work for you.
Today, we're doing some employee development with our technicians.
Today, we're going to learn how to give our home a hug.
It's not just a motto, but a unique way that Patriot technicians care for your home.
Oh, no, come on. You really got to get in there and get your arms around it, give it a good embrace. All right, hey, good job.
I think the training is going really well.
Heating and cooling will give your home a hug.
All right, we are closing in on what will be for many people a 3-day weekend, and a friendly reminder when we're back at it here on Tuesday, and we're taking Monday off here. It'll be the first day of June. Whew. Year's just flying by. Beautiful morning. We're up to 52 degrees. We had a little extra time, so we thought we'd take one more quick little tour around the valley now that we're really getting going. Beautiful day. Just a couple of clouds floating around out there. Now, we're still going to be dealing with a little bit of wind. There's still some of that cold evection from the backside of that trough that came in yesterday afternoon. So still, the Waterville Plateau and the Wenatchee River Valley, the National Weather Service says you're still going to be a little gusty in locations throughout the course of the day today before the wind will die down early on Saturday morning. Wanted to give you a quick heads up because we had a very windy period for about 90 minutes between 6 to about 8:30 or even 9 last night. It was pretty blustery here in the Wenatchee Valley. Not so much right now, but again, there's still some wind in the forecast. Camera 2, I think we're using the same cameras. I honestly don't know. Is that, wait a minute, is that Bear Mountain again? Oh, it's the Manson Water Tower. Megan threw a curveball at me. Hello, Manson Water Tower. Well, not the Manson Water Tower, that's the marina, of course. So we're looking at beautiful Manson. They're getting ready for the boatists and the jet skiers and the water skiers to come up and hop in old Lake Chelan. This is the time of year, of course, where Lake Chelan is pretty chilly. I mean, who's kidding? It doesn't matter how warm it is. The water's still pretty cold. It's still melted snow. Camera number 3. Let's see if she threw another curveball. Is that still the Steins camera? That's Blag. Okay, Megan. We're not, usually we use the same cameras that we use at the start of the show, and it moved around a little bit. Anyway. Okay, hello to the mountains above Kashmir. It's a pleasure to see you. That's Leavenworth. Okay, camera 4. I think my weekend in my brain started about a half an hour ago. That's looking like the Lake Wenatchee area. It is the Lake Wenatchee area. Don't know which camera it is. Maybe the Two Rivers? That's Two Rivers pointed up the White River. There you go. I got one right. It's a little cloudy there. Those clouds have burned off. So that's looking up the White River Valley towards the Northern Cascades from Lake Wenatchee. Okay, slide for you. Got a couple of them. First of all, it's going to be a very nice weekend for everybody. Still cool today, cooler than normal. 71 our high today, and it's still a little breezy at times. And then the warm-up will begin. Outside of that, it's going to be just beautiful. And then we get warm. Take a look at the graph here from the National Weather Service. Wenatchee's in the upper right-hand corner. We're not kidding you. We're going to go from cool today to warm to warmer to hot to really hot. Record high temperature possible on Tuesday. Could very well break it on Wednesday. And Moses Lake, you are going to be very hot indeed. You're going to be near 100 out of the Columbia Basin on Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. So June is going to come in very warm indeed. In fact, from the National Weather Service, one more time, that all-important holiday weekend forecast. Again, sunny, a little breezy, a little on the cool side, 71. Our forecast high, our normal high this time of the year is about 74 degrees. Chilly tonight, 45 for the overnight low. And then we start warming up. 80 degrees Saturday, 88 on Sunday. Into the 90s we go for the holiday proper. Tuesday and Wednesday, we could break records. The best chance of setting a new record high on the second day of June, which is next Wednesday, is next Wednesday. Could get really hot. That's it for us. Have a great Memorial Day weekend. We will see you Tuesday. Take care. Bye-bye.